You can decide you want to start a print on demand business by Monday, get your website up and running by Tuesday, and start making sales by the end of the week. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Eva, and in today's video, we are going to learn how you can start a print on demand business. Print on demand is a low risk, simple way to start a hugely profitable business with no inventory. Whether you are an artist, writer, designer, or entrepreneur, physical products can be a great way to monetize your creativity. You can put your own original spin on everyday products like t-shirts, posters, backpacks, books, and sell them online. However, if you do go the traditional route of buying and holding your own inventory, you may be left with a pile of products that just aren't selling. Print on demand services are a good way to avoid this problem. You won't have to invest a ton of money on holding inventory, and it will save you time and dealing with logistics. Print on demand also allows you to start selling really quickly and at a fraction of the cost. Here are the things that we'll be covering in this video. We are going to define what print on demand is. We'll discuss the pros and cons. I'll give a list of services to choose from and what they offer. We'll also talk about how to get your designs into the real world even if you have no design experience. And then we will finish off with some expert tips for making your business profitable. Print on demand is a process where you work with the supplier to customize white label products. White labeling is when a purchaser or a marketer uses its own branding rather than the manufacturer's branding. But what makes print on demand so enticing is that you can sell the products on a pre order basis under your own brand. That means that you don't have to pay for the product until after you have actually sold it. So, there's no need to buy in bulk or hold any inventory. And the nice thing about print on demand services is that everything after the sale is handled by your supplier. That includes everything from printing to shipping. We are going to go over how to get all of this set up in detail. But once you do make a sale, it only takes a few clicks to fulfill an order. Depending on your purpose, you can use print on demand services in a few different ways. You can use it to test a business idea without fronting money for inventory. You can test a new product line for an existing business. Again, without holding any inventory at all, you can use it to monetize an audience you have already built. Printing on demand is also a great option if you're an artist or an influencer but you'd rather focus on doing what you love rather than fulfilling orders. It's also a great business model to create original products for a niche of customers. So, for example, you can create apparels for people who are passionate about gaming. There are some pros and cons when it comes to print on demand. Print on demand sites can be used to build a business based off a drop shipping model where the products and shipping are all handled by third party. It's one of the most accessible ways to source products or start an online business. But you should know that there are perks and limitations before you dive in. Print on demand is great for creating products quickly. Once you have the design, you can create the product and put it up for sale in minutes. This helps you be nimble and it helps you capitalize on trends. Another plus is shipping. Shipping is fully taken care of. Shipping and fulfillment is basically out of your hands and it's up to supplier to take care of that. After the sale, you are just responsible for customer service and marketing. Additionally, since you're not physically carrying products, your cost to run your business will be lower. And finally, there's less risk involved. It's easier to add or move products, test ideas, and pivot your approach. Now let's take a peek at the cons. So, naturally, your cost per item is going to be higher than if you were to pay in bulk. On-demand products are known to have thinner profits. So, depending on how you price them and how you acquire customers, making real money is going to require volume with print on demand. Another con is that you will have less control over your shipping costs and your options may also be limited if you want to create a standout unboxing experience. There are also limitations to customization. Your ability to customize product is going to depend on the vendor and the product. You'll have to see what base costs are, what customization options are available, as well as printing techniques and size options when deciding on which product customize. Okay, so by now you should have a better idea of whether print on demand will work for you. Now, we are going to hop into the services that I recommend. It might seem like all print on demand services are similar at first glance, but actually that's not the case. You are going to want to carefully consider who you go with based on the products you want to create, where you be shipping to the retail prices you are going to offer among other factors. So, for example, well, you might be tempted to go with a company that has a low base cost for their products, but then you might realize that it takes 21 days for customers to get their orders. Do your research and make sure that you are weighing out all the factors. Here are some of the most popular services that all meet different needs. By the way, all of these free services are set up and you only pay when someone places an order for one of your products. And I should mention that they do integrate with Shopify. Printful is a popular Shopify app because of its wide selection of products and brands to choose from. It allows you to mock up your designs easily. You can add your own logos, stickers, customer notes, and inserts for a more customized unboxing experience. By the way, if you want to check it out, you can head to first link in the description. For apparel products in particular, Printful offers a number of printing techniques. One of the more common techniques that they have offered is direct to garment, which prints ink directly onto the material. This is good for simpler designs like slogan tees. You can do a cut and sew, also known as that all over print. The article of clothing is printed on in many pieces and then it's sewn together for seamless print across the entire piece. The base cost will be higher for this technique, but it also lets you create a more premium product at a higher price point. Embroidery is perhaps the most complex printing technique because the final product is actually a threaded design with a 3D effect. This is best for simple designs that involve only a handful of colors and of products like hats and traditionally feature embroidery designs. You should also be mindful of how additional customization will affect the price. Printing on the sleeve, for example, will usually mean paying on top of the base cost. Besides, apparel printable also offer mugs, pillows, frame posters, beach towels, aprons, and more. Lulu is a self-publishing print-on-demand service for books. With Lulu Express Shopify app, you can choose from a wide section of books, size, binding types, and page quality of your books. You can't design your books with Lulu Express, but they do offer downloadable templates to get you started. It even has a transparent pricing calculator to help you cost out your project, including various shipping options. There are also discounts if you'd like to order in bulk. Like Printful, Guten is a Shopify app that offers a wide range of products that you can customize. They have unique products like calendars, mugs, and dog beds. However, since Guten uses an international network of vendors to print their products, there's also a lot more variance between their items in terms of quality and shipping. But that also means that your product prices and shipping prices are low as well. Guten has an intuitive image editor that gives you a good sense of what your final product will look like. Printify is another print-on-demand Shopify app that features the usual selection of t-shirts and hoodies. But what's notable about Printify is that it has an international vendor network with a number of unique white label products that you are not likely to find anywhere else. They have items like jewelry, clocks, and shoes, and the platform actually has over 200 products that you can print on. While Printify is free to use, you can pay $29 a month for a premium subscription that gives you 20% off all their products, and this is a pretty solid option if you're looking to scale up later and improve your profit margins. This list is by means exhaustive, so for more print-on-demand options, check out the Shopify App Store. You don't need to be a full-time designer to have a successful print-on-demand business. In the best case scenario, you have a designer friend that you can work well with. But if you don't have what outsourcing is for, you can find designers to work with on Behance, 99 Designs, or other freelancer sites who can produce designs as long as provide free, clear instructions. Here's how you can add clarity and context for a design product. We'll want to begin by sharing insight into your audience. Tell your designer what's it for and who your audience is, and showing them your website will help give more context and make sure that you are clearly explaining what it is that you want. You'll have time to explain this in your initial introduction and thorough revisions. By the way, you are going to want to include or two revisions in the scope of the project, and be clear by over communicating what is that you are looking for and provide guidelines. And finally, give examples of inspiration. It helps to show them a reference to base the design on point to other works that you like. When working with designers, you should specify that your design is for printing. This tells them that it should ideally be 300 digital pixels per inch and have a transparent background. The designer will know how to properly prepare these artwork files for print, so you won't have to worry about that. Note that the print file specifications will change depending on the printer and the printing techniques used. So, when in doubt, send the designer the print specs for the specific product and by printing guidelines so that they understand the context. The designs you upload should be large enough for printing area of actual product. Keep in mind that resizing a smaller image to make it bigger will result in loss of quality. So you want to avoid doing that. And if you want to take a crack at designing and you don't have access to Photoshop, try using Pixlr for free. It'll also drop a link in the description box for another 16 free photo editing tools if you're not interested in paying for Photoshop. Alright, so we have got you covered with a couple of expert tips. Firstly, always order samples. The best way to ensure quality is to be your own customer so that you can experience firsthand what it's like to receive your products. That said, you are going to want to always order samples before sending products out to customer. It's always possible that something gets lost in translation from the design you see on your screen to your printed product, and by ordering samples you can double check the overall quality, how it looks and feels. If you do find any discrepancies, just reach out to your vendor's customer service support for advice on how to fix any issue. And beyond ensuring product quality, samples are also good to have on hand for taking your own product photos for your websites and social media. Even when you are not shipping products yourself, you are going to want to make sure that you are setting the right expectations with your customers about cost and shipping time. Make sure that you're accounting for how long it takes for something to print, first of all, and then adding that to shipping time. Rule of thumb is to add anywhere from 2 to 4 days for production. It can sometimes be more depending on the product. Always be upfront about your shipping times, or you are going to get customers with questions and complaints, and outline what to expect on your FAQ page. Or you can consider creating a separate shipping page to explain lead time customers. If you can try to partially or fully absorb your shipping costs into your retail price years after years, studies show that surprise shipping costs added at checkout orders customers from buying. On the flip side, you can use shipping deals as a tool to entice customers to make a purchase. Free shipping is a great sales sweetener, so try using conditional free shipping to encourage customers to add more to their cart to reach a certain threshold. You can use free shipping to justify longer wait times. At that point, you can go for less expensive, slower shipping services. As many consumers will wait a little bit longer for an order that they know will save them money on shipping. Mock-up pictures help drive sales, but mock-ups are also an effective alternate for your product photography. Many print-on-demand services can help you create your own mock-ups by showing your products on a person or as a flat lay, but there are other services and plenty of free mock-up templates that you can help show your products clearly. These mock-ups are what will sell your products to customers, so it can literally pay to go to that extra mile. Placeit is an easy to use mock-up generator that lets you create photo, video and mock-ups for $8 each. Check out Mockup World or Behance for Photoshop templates if you're comfortable in Photoshop. Marketing is what ultimately determines the success of your business. But if you're targeting everyone, you are not really marketing to anyone. That's why niching in is so important. Having a clearly defined audience, like specifically targeting dog owners, for example, can actually help you create products that are in demand. It lowers the cost to acquire customers and maximizes your potential profits. Often people think that if the niche is they're going to lose potential customers, but the opposite is actually true. If your audience is too broad, you'll appeal to no one and lose potential customers in that regard. There are countless possibilities for acquiring a niche audience with marketing, but here's some ideas to get you started. First, start an Instagram account and create or curate content for your target audience. Get followers and build relationship among prospective customers. Next, try running Facebook ads targeting the interest of your target customers. You can also use Facebook ads to test out your designs for as little as $10 to see which ones resonate with your audience. One of my favorite tactics is collecting emails from visitors. Once you start to pick up some steam so that you can continue to market to them for free. And finally, get your products into the hands of influencers who can introduce your products to their audience and help you make sales. Print on demand services offer an accessible source of inventory for new entrepreneurs or for anyone who just want to test out an idea before they invest in it. If one of your online business ideas pans out and you start to generate a meaningful number of sales, you can always graduate from using a print on demand site to holding your own inventory. So, that should give you a pretty good head start and some insights into print on demand. In today's video, we covered what print on demand is, some services you could use, how to work with designers, and some strategies to keep your business running smooth and profitable. I'm curious to know why you clicked on this video. Let me know in the comments what you plan to use print on demand for. I'm excited to see all of your creative ideas, and if you've already launched, drop me a link to your store so I can check it out. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out any future videos, and remember, we're a channel for small business owners with big plans. I'm your host, Eva. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.